Growing up in Jamaica is not just sunshine and reggae. It's pressure, responsibility, and family watching your every move. This story is for Jamaicans, for the diaspora, and for anyone who thinks they understand the island, because growing up here shapes you in ways you don't even realize. Now imagine this, a small house, maybe 2 rooms, maybe more people than space. Family is not just your parents, it's cousins, aunties, uncles, neighbors who feel like family. You don't grow up alone, you grow up surrounded. Picture a child running barefoot down the street, laughter, noise, ring games, football in the road, no phones, no distractions, just life happening in real time. But here's what most people don't see. Even in those moments, you're learning rules. You learn respect early. Say good morning. Don't answer back. Know your place. It's not optional, it's survival. Because in Jamaica, how you behave reflects on your family, and everybody is watching. Now think about school. Uniforms pressed, shoes polished, teachers strict. Discipline is real, sometimes harsh. But here's the thing, it builds structure. It teaches you how to endure. It teaches you how to keep going, even when it's uncomfortable. And then there's the shop runs. Go down the road and buy this. You take the money, you walk fast, you don't play, because if you delay, you'll hear about it. This is where responsibility starts. Small tasks, big expectations. But here's where things begin to shift. Not every childhood is easy. Some grow up with financial struggle, some with instability, some in communities where danger is part of daily life, and that changes everything. Now here's what most people miss. Hardship doesn't always break you. Sometimes it builds you. Kids learn to adapt, to read situations, to stay alert, to grow up faster than they should. You might see a smile, but behind it, there's awareness, there's strength, there's a quiet understanding of how the world works, and that stays with you. Now imagine growing up with limited resources. You don't always get what you want, sometimes not even what you need, but you learn to manage, to stretch, to make something out of nothing, and that skill becomes part of who you are. Here is where resilience is born, not in comfort, but in pressure, not in ease, but in challenge. And once you learn that, it never leaves you. But Jamaica is not just struggle, it's culture, it's identity, it's energy. Family values run deep, elders are respected, their words carry weight. You don't question everything, you listen, you observe, you learn, and even when you don't agree, you understand the system. And then there's the humor. Jamaicans laugh through everything, hard times, stress, even pain. There's always a joke, always a way to lighten the mood. We have to laugh or we'll cry, and somehow that keeps people going. Music is everywhere, from dancehall to reggae. It's more than sound, it's expression, it's storytelling, it's how people process life. And if you grew up around it, you don't just hear it, you feel it. Church plays its role too. For many, it's structure, it's guidance, it's community. Even for those who drift away, the values stay. Right and wrong, discipline, faith, it all leaves a mark. Now here's the question, what happens when you leave? Imagine taking all of this and moving to London or New York or Toronto. New environment, new rules, new expectations, but the same mindset. Everything feels different. People think differently, act differently, relationships work differently, and suddenly what felt normal feels out of place. A Jamaican raised to respect authority might now question it. Someone raised to stay quiet might now be expected to speak up. Someone raised with structure might now face freedom, and that freedom can feel confusing. Now here's the real tension. Can you really escape how you were raised, or does it follow you everywhere? For many in the diaspora, childhood doesn't stay in the past. It shows up in how you work, how you love, how you trust, how you react under pressure. A person raised in strict discipline may struggle with emotional expression. Someone raised with scarcity may always think about survival, even when life improves. And then relationships come into play. Different cultures, different expectations, different communication styles, and that's where things can clash. One person sees independence, the other sees distance. One expects openness, the other values control. And suddenly, you realize your upbringing is speaking louder than you are. But the truth is, growing up in Jamaica gives you something powerful: strength, awareness, adaptability. You learn how to survive, but also how to connect, how to endure, and how to stand your ground. And even with the pressure, the discipline, the expectations, there's pride, there's identity, there's a deep sense of knowing where you come from. Because growing up in Jamaica is not just about childhood, it's about formation. It's about becoming someone shaped by culture, by struggle, by love, and by community. Growing up in Jamaica shapes more than just your childhood. It shapes the way you love, work, and survive. If you grow up in Jamaica, in the diaspora, or just want to understand it, like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell. And in the comments, tell me this: what's one thing growing up in Jamaica gave you that you still carry with you today? Your story matters.